For more great content, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell.
There's this really famous CSGO image of Device where he's picking it up and basically the bottom just falls off and all these wires hang out and you can just see his face. He just like looks mortified.
Like, no, they've got one trophy and this is what they came up with. And it looks like plasticky red bullshit. So yeah, that's a shadow round for me.
This is the trophy of all trophies.
It's literally a gun. It's just a gun.
Imagine hanging it on your wall. Like somebody walks into your house, they think you're like Scarface. You've got like a painted AK-47 hanging from your wall. Like that's how you greet people.
Hey guys, Nick Ray here with Top Tier, your weekly arbitrary esports ranking show. As you can tell, the OG panelists are out, so instead we're joined by CSGO expert Coby Zucker, Danny Appleford, our resident Zoomer, Parkes Ousley for comic relief, and of course, as always, our tier master Lexi will be here. And today we are ranking some of the most iconic trophies in esports by coolness, size, prestige, whatever anyone else comes up with during the show, like always.
What's up guys, it's rules reading time. Taking turns, they'll each take a selection and place it anywhere they want. Then in the executive order round, they each get to move one placement anywhere else on the board.
Tier Master Lexi, I want you to go to the middleest one at the very top, the giant ass cup looking thing. I don't know what it is. I think it's a CSGO cup. It's a big cup.
That's definitely
really
a CSGO cup.
It's huge.
I'm gonna just put it in Pantheon because I think big ass cups are pretty cool. Does anyone know which CSGO that's for?
That's Cologne. That's a good choice. Not only is that a badass trophy, it's a badass tournament, so that's definitely where it belongs. If you didn't do that, I was going to, so kudos.
I figured the biggest cup of all cups would have been one of the best tournaments, so I'm glad that that was correct. Because it would be pretty weird if it wasn't. But yeah, I think that's really cool. It's a pretty unique trophy. I love it.
There's something about the design too. It's like not quite like a traditional sports trophy, but if you were to show that to anybody, it's like, oh, like you won something.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That's big, whatever it is.
I'll do a counterpoint. I'll Shadow Realm something, and because I am this CSGO person, I'm actually going to show I'm not biased by putting the PGL Major trophy in the Shadow Realm. It's the second from the right on the top row. That is the ugliest major trophy, second from the right on the top row, the one that says big PGL letters because they want you to know who it's from, and it is so ugly. It's got like a little like the Molotovs on there. I think it's got like a Karambit. Like it's just so garish, and like it actually has heft, which is one of the things I like about a lot of these trophies. Like it looks like it's made of metal and it's solid. But for such a big major and such an important major, it's Simple winning his first one. It's just ugly.
We're going to take the most recent trophy on this list, which is the Valorant Champions trophy down there. Yep, that one. And we're going to put it in great, only because it would be in Pantheon if the volcanoes made sense. I don't know where the volcanoes came from.
Wait, it's because it's in... Wait, it's like
Berlin.
Right? Oh, wait,
no,
yeah.
The tournament was in Berlin. So
the
the two volcanoes crashing into each other is a little confusing, but it's huge and it's cool and I like it, so it's going in great.
Yeah, I'm gonna Pantheon something too. The MSI trophy, which is second row, yeah, right there.
Yeah,
that's going to Pantheon for me. It is one of the. It looks better than like the Summoner's Cup. It's only like, and it's like the lower tier international tournament of the year. It gives me like World Cup vibes. Yeah. It gives me like, this is the coolest thing we can win. Like it looks like Coby was saying, it's got like that weight to it when you look at it. Like this is a trophy that you want to show off, and like when anyone sees it, they're like, oh, like, okay.
I'm going to Shadow Realm something as well. It's the very first one on the list. It's the Apex League something, the ALGS trophy. What the hell is that? They have one trophy and it's ugly, and
that's the only like Apex trophy.
Plastic. Yeah, it's like, I don't understand why this is all they could come up with. It's not like they were competing against other trophies. Like, okay, League of Legends has like 6 trophies. One of them is probably going to be bad. Like, no, they've got one trophy and this is what they came up with. And it looks like plasticky red bullshit. So yeah, that's a Shadow Realm for me for sure.
The red on it does look really plasticky.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go back to the Pantheon because why not? And I was gonna preface this, but I was really like trophies that like look like they have heft. I feel like you have to lift some of these trophies or like see them in person to kind of get the full gist of what they are. But like I like the ones where you can tell they're metal or you can tell that they look like they've got some heft to it. But this one also just has the prestige behind it. It's got to be the international, the Aegis. I don't know. I'm going to mispronounce that no matter what. It's one of those trophies where people talk about the trophy itself. Like it's an actual thing that people want to hold and win. Like kind of like the Summoner's Cup. It's just something like people like has so much prestige attached to it. And the actual trophy itself, I know is made of like bronze and silver. I think it was made in New Zealand by the like Lord of the Rings people. Like it's got history behind it. So it definitely belongs in the Pantheon, in my opinion.
I'm gonna Shadow Realm something as well. Just get all of the greats and all of the bads out of the way. I don't know what this is for, but it's the one with the hand coming out of the top of a roof.
Oh, come on.
And I'm too young to know what that controller actually is.
Wait.
Oh, come on.
But that's going in Shadow Realm.
No.
Not
I
the
think
Smash
like
Bros.
the Summit is such a fun tournament, and I actually think that it's kind of like a creative idea for a trophy. Like, yeah, it's not like your Katowice or your like Cologne, like your big cup, big metal cup, but it's such a funky trophy for a funky tournament. So if it were me, I would put it good or indifferent, and maybe I'll change it later, but I can see you putting in the Shadow Realm, I guess.
Lexi, and I'm sorry for this, but if you could please take that Overwatch League trophy right down there and put it in indifferent. I think the design is really cool, but something about like the shape of it looks plastic. Am I the only one getting plastic vibes from it? Like it's
this is why the show is so hard. You need to hold it.
I think it looks cool to hold.
No, I mean it's like the design doesn't really stand out too much.
Alright, Colby did not pick the one that I wanted to pick. And just because I have seen this trophy up close and personal, and it's better in person than this photo gives it credit, we're going to go with the all-black CDL trophy. Yep, right there. And we're going to put it in good. This thing's massive, and it does represent their logo. Again, that picture really doesn't do it justice. It's like the CDL logo itself. And it's really heavy, and it looks a lot cooler in person. It's not great and it's not Pantheon, but it's pretty middle of the road. I think it's pretty good.
Okay, I will go and I'm gonna take a trophy to the Shadow Realm here, but it's one that requires context. It's the third from the right on the top. It's the Star Ladder Star Ladder Major with Astralis holding it, third from the right there. This trophy, when there's this really famous CSGO image of Device where he's picking it up and basically the bottom just falls off and all these wires hang out and you can just see his face. He just like looks mortified. Basically, I don't know what was going on with that trophy, but it literally fell apart as they picked it up. So that's definitely a Shadow Realm.
Lexi, take that AK-47 beast of a trophy and put it into the Pantheon. I would be proud to win this in any sport. Even if I won like a freaking thumb war and they hand this to me as the trophy, I'm like, oh yeah, this is going on my mantle. This is being passed down to my grandkids one day. This is
Mr. Edgelord over here.
This is the trophy of all trophies.
It's literally a gun. It's just a gun.
Imagine hanging it on your wall. Like somebody walks into your house, they think you're like Scarface. You've got like a painted AK-47 hanging from your wall. Like that's how you greet people.
So I'm going to go right after you. I'm going to grab the MSS trophy, which has only existed once. It's that one. Yep, it looks almost the same. I'm putting that in indifferent.
Same.
I'm putting it in indifferent. It could go in Shadow Realm, just for like, why did you do this? But I'm gonna put it in indifferent. In some ways it's cooler, and in some ways it's worse. But it's also like, okay, if you decided to make a new trophy, why did you just make the same one?
We've all been waiting for it. We've all been looking for it. I'm going to take the sledgehammer, actually.
Dang it!
I'm actually going to take the sledgehammer. And I feel so bad for what I'm about to do because I spent like 5 minutes talking about the Flashpoint trophy and saying that like it's literally a gun and it's lame.
But this is correct. Do what your heart tells you.
This is legendary. That picture of like, it's like G2 and they're just like holding it, right? And it's just literally a sledgehammer. I think that it's on theme with the game and it's very...
How? Wait, how?
Wait.
It's Rainbow
Six.
Six.
It's Rainbow Six. I don't think it's on theme.
Well, like...
No, sledgehammers are a big part of R6. When you're ever like opening up walls, they take out those massive sledgehammers. So like, it's definitely a key part of the game.
I am so glad you said that because that's what I was thinking when I said it, but I wasn't 100% sure. And for 2 seconds, I was like, do I just not know anything?
No,
like,
no, you are right. You are correct. This is Pantheon.
Rainbow Six uses sledgehammers. Yeah. Their trophy is a huge sledgehammer. It looks cool, and it goes in great.
I'll take another VCT one for mine. I'll choose between the last two because I have very different opinions about them. Let's do the Masters trophies. I didn't like that that's the one. Yeah, that's that one. I didn't like that they used the same trophy for both Masters, Reykjavik, and Berlin, but it is a pretty good trophy. Honestly, from the photo, it doesn't really do it justice. It's one of those trophies that looks like it has half, like when they lift that thing, it looks like it's got some size to it, and it looks like it's like glass or metal or whatever. So I think it's probably good. The VCT in general doesn't have a lot of prestige yet, so it probably can't go higher than that. But just as a trophy, I thought it was pretty solid.
I'm going to take the other Halo trophy. It is the bluish one on the top right-ish. Yeah. Way better than the one that I shadow realmed earlier. It's still not great. I think I'm just gonna put it in. I'm gonna put it in indifferent, actually. But it kind of almost has the ring. Like you can kind of see like the second part of the cup part. There's like almost a ring there, but it's not really. So I don't know if they were just going for like subtlety of like, oh, we kind of are including the ring. I don't really know. I think it's fine. It's just very simple little trophy, but way better than the other
gave
one.
like a 5-year-old a crayon and like a piece of paper in like 10 minutes and said draw a trophy. That is what they would draw.
I'm going to change that narrative. We're going to take the last VCT trophy and we're going to put it in Shadow Realm.
It's not that bad. It's not good, but it's not that bad.
I don't know if it's the picture, but this looks like I 3D printed this in high school. Like, I don't get the bluish color to it. I don't get the... Because it's got like a double Valorant logo. Like, it's got it at the top and then it's got like the thing in the center. And also the trophy doesn't make sense. Like, we have a First Strike trophy that happened in 2020. We have the Masters and we have the Champions. And then just Korea for one of their random Challengers events. Because there was 3 of them. But they picked one of them to give a team a trophy to.
I think like... I'm looking at it closer, and it's not like reflective at all. It's not. It is very like very basic. Like it kind of does have that like cheap plastic look you're talking about. It doesn't give you that like it's not like shining when you hold it into the light at all. Really, I do get it. It is very like you won a game.
I'm going to do more of my civic CSGO duty and do another CSGO trophy. I actually cannot tell the 2 Katowice trophies apart. I know one's StarCraft and the other is the CSGO one. It's the little, like the standard looking trophy with the handles on either side. Yeah. I think the one on the left is the CSGO one and the one on the right StarCraft, but I could have them mixed up. But either way, they look the exact same and they're both pretty significant trophies for the respective esports. So but they're just really classic. I think it's like the definition of the classic trophy. For me, it's probably a Pantheon, especially since the Katowice is such an iconic tournament for CSGO, as I probably put the StarCraft one at there. I don't know. They're both, to me, Pantheon. They're the same trophy, and they're both iconic events in StarCraft and CS, so that's my rationale.
I'm going to take, this one's been sitting here for a while. I think we've been just kind of dancing around it, but the Summoner's Cup, the Here's the thing. This is either great or Pantheon. It's Pantheon because it's literally like, it's the Summoner's Cup.
Oh, like, it's the trophy, yeah.
Yeah, but it's also like so weirdly ornate and over the top.
So
and like
ugly.
It's like not very, I don't know, like I almost feel like it looks good, but when you look close, you're just like, what is this? Like it's actually not that great of a trophy. And if Riot didn't like sell this concept of like the Summoner's Cup, oh, it's they're competing for the Summoner's Cup, like I would just be like, okay, this sucks.
I want to take the very first one we have there. That's the E-League Major, Boston 2018. The thumping North American heart in my chest wants to put it in the Pantheon. I want to put it in the Pantheon for the context, but I can't because it's not a good trophy. Honestly, it's a good trophy. I think it's good. I think it belongs in good because the context of the trophy to me is like it's a major, and it's not a major where it's like a trophy is falling apart when they pick it up. Like it looks pretty solid. It's not huge, but it's kind of like classy and elegant. I think it's just a fine trophy for a pretty big event. So to me, it's good.
I guess I'll grab the middle one, the PUBG one. I'm gonna put it in good. I think it's really funny. It's essentially like a stupid little gold statue thing with 4 PUBG gamers holding up one of the supply crates that drops down. It probably should be in indifferent or shadow realmed, but I think it's too funny. I think it's too funny to go in indifferent. And it's PUBG. It's like not a good tournament. It's not like a tier 1 or tier 2 or maybe it's a tier 3 esport, but I don't know. I think it's pretty funny. So I'm just gonna put it in good.
Alright, and I'm gonna put the last one in good. I like the trophy. I think it looks cool. I like the shape of it. I like how it's kind of like cylinder shaped. But it's okay. It's not flashy like some of the other ones are.
Yeah, it's very... I do actually like the close-up texture. I think it's cool. It's a little interesting of a choice to go for the like bronzed like kind of look for such a prestigious trophy.
It's again one of those classier trophies more.
Yeah, I'm like picturing it in the trophy cabinet. It doesn't really stand out, but like if you know what it is, obviously it's like yes, like this is...
It's actually a really funny way to frame things. What would it look like in a trophy cabinet? Because to me, if you put that Hearthstone piece of blue swirl in the trophy cabinet, it would look like it's the prize out of Chuck E. Cheese's.
Oh man, there are a couple things that I would love to move here.
Yep.
I think namely the flame stupid and great.
Do it.
But I think I'm actually going to save the Super Smash Summit trophy. Is it stupid as hell? Yes. Is it very Smash Bros? Is it very much like, I don't know. Look, I've met a bunch of,
it's just very Summit.
I've met a bunch of Smash players and like with their CRTs and blah blah blah, and they're like, GameCube, like original GameCube controllers are going for like $8 million because it's like, this one has never been played yet.
You sound like someone's dad explaining Smash to their like coworkers.
I, however, am going to take the first strike trophy and move back to the Shadow Realm.
Wow, all the way down there. Damn.
It deserves to be there. If you pull up that photo of the 100 Thieves guys again, all putting like one finger on this tiny little trophy, it is just too funny. Like it is just, it is just.
It's their only Valorant trophy.
It's like Phoenix and Flames, you know, like on the. Okay.
Look at them.
It only looks like that because
one finger
kind of. It's like Hiko at the end. Like it's like they're so massive compared to the trophy.
Not as big of a jump. But I thought about this, and I have a trophy like this from like my junior year of high school for Future Business Leaders of America that I won. It wasn't that important. So take the Smash Bros one and throw it in the Shadow Realm. That I got that in high school, and this is for your like big event.
Yeah,
no,
that's fair.
That's fair.
Nope.
That's okay. Tit for tat. Violet. Not that I have any say.
Danny just wanted to flex his future business.
That's really why I had to bring it up.
Yeah. Okay. I've been sitting on this one for a while. Lexi, if you could please take the Hearthstone World Championship trophy in good and move it up to great.
The gun?
And move it up to the top of great, actually, please. I'm gonna leave the. I'm actually
it's in the same tier with. It's in the same tier as the Summoner's Cup and the Sledgehammer.
Yes.
Like, how does this even compete?
It's iconic. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's like very Hearthstone. I love it. It's the only thing that I can imagine like them doing. I like the look. Like, I can't stop looking at it. It's so much so that I even forgot about the gun, and I don't even care about that anymore. You can have your day in the Pantheon.
Yes, but, the gun stays.
I think that Hearthstone trophy is really cute, and it's really maybe that word choice wasn't helping my case.
I was gonna say, I don't know about that one.
If you think it's cool, if you think it's cool now, Nick, wait till you plug it into an outlet and the lights turn on. It's actually gonna blow your mind.
Okay. On that note, thank you everyone for tuning into another episode of Top Tier. Thank you to my new panelists for joining us. As you can see, our trophy preferences are very weighted towards how big or how, I guess how big or how shiny they are. Hopefully we didn't totally shit on your game. If you did, you can leave a comment for us, give us a follow, and we'll see you next time.